Hello and welcome back. Today I'd like to show you some things that I ordered because in the AliExpress at 11.11 there is always a huge discount, just like now with the Black Friday. I, by the way, put my vouchers in the community post, so if you're thinking of buying something, you can have a look at these vouchers. I can just share them with you, so I did. But I use them because this is a chance. And here you saw the Handtech oscilloscope, but it seems that they also have the LCR meter. So I ordered one, also a huge discount. But there was one downside, no batteries, so I did order those. And so I will show you then when it's there. And it's the Handtech 1832C. I will put the links below. And there is also, instead of the 1832C, there is also the 1833, I think. And that one has a higher frequency, but I wanted to buy the cheaper one. And it just comes with two little bananas, but you can also order the real Kelvins. I did that. Let me show you that. So it has a huge plug, but you can just plug it in. But as I said, you can also use the bananas. But if you want to measure a little bit more precise, you can just put that in there. And then you have the great bananas. So review coming of that one when the batteries arrive. And yeah, a lot of viewers had the problem with the RFID copier, the handheld one. So I thought, okay, this is a newer one and it actually says NFC. So maybe this one is a little bit better than the handheld, but you always need a computer with this one. And this is the PM Pro. There is also a PM5. This one should be the latest PM Pro. So I will play with that one too. And share the software, of course, also. Maybe it works also with your PM5, that I don't know. And I have this little, it looks like a little transformer. And it is not, it is like a super mini switch power supply, I think. It is this. And it's actually an AC DC converter for 5 volts. So if you need 5 volts with less than half an amp, let's say maybe in one of your multimeters or in something, you can use you just put between 100 volts and 240, and you have a nicely 5 volts out, so you don't need to build something yourself. Very convenient. And if you're working with power supplies or high voltages, this is a cool tool, I think. I'll need to test that, so I will test it with you online. This is to discharge your caps, so you don't get shocked. That was kind of cool. And this one I just bought because it was cheap. This is an endoscope, and it has a meter cable and it has a hard cable, and so you can look in hard to reach places. Well, I will just use that. I'm not going to do a separate review about that, but I will just use it when I need, just like I do with my microscope. You just find it once in a while in my videos. And I have 2 antennas coming. I did a review about those active whips, or not really a review. I just start using them with my ICOM and with those Target receivers or the NASA, and they work actually quite well. And now I also have a magnetic loop. I think it's also only for receiving. Yeah, also I ordered that one, and this was kind of cool. I'm sometimes calibrating the multimeters, and this is a multimeter short. This one is from China, and it's probably not real gold, but you can short your connections if you want to zero out your meter. But if you want something really special. So this is kind of fake one. This is from Krasimir, and he made a really cool multimeter shorts, and that one you can adjust, and it has gold plugs. I will make a proper review about this one. He has an open source website, and he tries to make a lot of cool things for calibration and multimeters. So hold on for this one, this is interesting. And what else I have? He has some other additions you might have seen in the community post. Some of them not. I think this one not. No, it cannot. It arrived today. It is Slumberger. Oh no. Yeah, it is a Slumberger, but it is a French one. And it's Frequenmetre Universel. So it's a universal frequency counter. It is noisy. It sort of works. Test function frequency A. Well, it needs some adjusting, but also it's on its side, so the frequency will not be correct. I'm comparing now with the GPSDO, but it does step through his timings. So that's cool. We're going to play with this and clean it up. It's just cool that it is French, and it has a special module, this one, because this is up to 120, and this one actually goes up to 1.25 gigahertz. And there was also one available that was the 2710, and the 2710 doesn't have it. So I picked this one. This was from eBay. It was very cheap, and it came from France. And I will switch it off. It's a bit noisy. And also, I think I only quickly showed you. Yeah, I found some interesting other things, and that is an HP Agilent 34401, and that one is quite fast when it boots. If I want an extra digits, I can add one. So this is 6.5. I have here a Pico test, and that is the M3500A, which is actually a Keithley 2100. And same story here. For an extra digit I need to push that, and of course also 6.5. But if you can change a matte option, then you have also even one extra, but of course it's well, for calculating only. And Cyclone, and my new addition is a Datron, and it is the, I think it's also Wavetech, so Wavetech Datron, the 1071, and the 1071 can have 7.5 digit, and we're going to play with that one also. And I like to see what happens, which one heats up fastest, which one is ready fastest, and in the end which ones agree. And you will see the temperature is a big thing, and that's why you always need to switch them on for a while. So as you can see already, this one is a little bit below the 5 volts. This one agrees, it is 5 and a bit. This one agrees, it's 5 and a bit. Those more or less agree. But it also depends on, after 10 minutes it can look already completely different. And we're going to play with that just to see what happens after 10 minutes. And I will make a screenshot in 20 minutes. Etc. up to a few hours. So I think that would be interesting as well. And also I have the Keithley 230, is the voltage source. I think last week or 2 weeks ago I had the current source, the Keithley 224, and we calibrated that one, and now it is spot on. But here we have also the 230, and that is a programmable for voltage source. And I'm now just playing with, which is also nice, it is the DMM Check Plus. But yeah, this voltage source goes super low, really in the millivolts, up to 100 volts. So it has a lot more possibilities, and we're going to see how it goes in all the ranges. So lots of it coming, and stay tuned.